Thank you, George. I'm going to share my screen now. Yes, so my name is Hilary Frank. I'm of the High Performance Network Groups, University of Bristol. I will discuss today my ongoing work on techno-economic analysis of beyond 5G non-public networks. The motivation for this research has been motivated by the need to find an optimum balance of technology and business solutions in deploying wireless network infrastructure. The increasing demand for wireless network has not translated really to a corresponding growth in return of investment for mobile network operators. This is due to the huge infrastructure upsurge that mobile network expansion confronts in order to meet periodic growth in network capacity demands. This has been a real challenge for mobile network operators, just like we heard yesterday from Carol of the British Telecoms. So there has to be innovative solutions to deploying cost-effective networks. Therefore, making 5G a commercial reality does require finding a good balance of not only technology, but of business solutions. Now, rolling out 5G has its commercial challenges. Private 5G networks or non-public networks, NPN, has been identified as a faster means of deploying the next generation networks. NPN is a closed kind of network for private use or for enterprises. So it has a lot of benefits, which may include security. It could easily be customized. It has low latency because of its scenario, its geographical spread, and has private control of network resources. So for this research, I have considered three of the most viable deployment options among the different classifications of non-public networks. So these include the standalone and two other options with varying degrees of integration to a public network. Incidentally, the vertical industry itself has continued to show significant demand for 5G non-public networks, just as this Omdia report shows. You have manufacturing sector, you have energy and mining, transportation, even telecoms. So these are vertical industries that have demonstrated strong demand for the adoption of 5G private networks. Now, I considered three different funding models. These are the traditional funding of the mobile operators funding, the neutral host funding, and the new one, which is the enterprise funded. So the three different models I considered include this I just mentioned, and then the cost reduction strategies such as the neutral host and network function virtualization to form the building blocks of my cost model, which is embedded on the traditional CapEx and OpEx cost elements. The cost reduction strategies were tested against different deployment types, and which led to the formulation of my cost model, my total cost of ownership calculations, and private network adoption focus using the BAS diffusion formula. I obtained quite a number of results, which I will now summarize in my next slide. I was able to get a prediction of global trends in private network deployments. I was able also to identify significant cost saving strategies for 5G private network deployments. And what are the opportunities that this would bring? Going by this, it will lead to faster NPN adoption and better business solution for enterprises. Looking ahead, 5G has been enhanced with the capability of multi-connectivity. So I'm also investigating how energy efficiency can be enhanced through multi-connectivity, which is the ability of a UE connecting to multiple base stations. Also, there is the ability of a UE connecting to multiple radio access networks. So in my next work, I'm investigating the impact of energy consumption in a multi-access, multi-connectivity 5G network scenario with the aim of enhancing energy efficiency, bringing about efficient, cost-efficient future wireless network, and then, of course, improving the return of investment for mobile network operators. Thank you. I'm happy to take your questions, and then also happy to meet you at the Remo platform after this section. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Hilary, for this very interesting talk. We have already one question. Can you please identify what is the difference between public and non-public network?
Public network, it's the network that is available to the general public, and the non-public network is that network that is restricted. It could be a private network which is restricted to restricted users, not open to the general public. So, and the need for this could be in terms of security, if depending on what your applications are, and a business entity, for instance, would require to have a closed group of connectivity. So if you're not within the closed group, you're not, you don't have access to this very network. That is for the closed, that is for the non-public. And then for the public is the general network infrastructure, which we all use, which is open to everybody.
I see. So since time allows, I have one more question coming
Yes.
from my side mainly. So would you be able to identify which technology within the 5G context is the most effective in making the techno-economic analysis more attractive?
Well, as it is now, NPN itself, it's a very attractive option for 5G deployment, particularly for, as it is now, non-public network, which is NPN, it's a very good attraction for 5G deployment, particularly for enterprises. So NPN has been seen now as a faster means of achieving 5G deployment, because the private enterprise are looking up to NPN as a means of achieving enterprise solutions through the use of the 5G technology.
I see. All right, good. Thank you very much for the presentation. And can we now move to our second speaker,
Thank you.
which is Obada Alia.